OMG. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. It's me, Jasmine Beauty, if you don't already know who this is. I know it has been quite a while since you've seen this beautiful face, and I am so sorry for that because a bitch has just been busy and a bitch has just been lazy. I have been doing different types of videos or whatever. If you saw like my last two videos were budget type videos, I'm also going to be doing like planner type videos, but you're still going to get to see my beautiful face with this beat to the gods of makeup looks. So please don't get discouraged, don't start unfollowing. You're still going to see this beautiful face. But for today's video, it's going to be actually a little bit different. I honestly am not even really talking about the makeup much at all. Like, I sprinkle little things here and there about the makeup, but actually this video is going to be more about me. I'm just going to be doing like a question answer type video, chit chat. Get ready for me to do absolutely nothing because it's like 10 o'clock at night right now that I'm doing this intro, and I'm about to just take a shower and take this makeup right off my face. So yeah, actually it turned out like bomb as fuck. So I'm mad that I don't have nothing to do or anywhere to go or nowhere to see, but I mean, it is what it is. It's for the fun of it. It's for you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you are interested in learning just a little bit more about me as a person, aside from just, you know, like the makeup and stuff, just keep watching. Alright, so it has been a while since I have filmed anything, so I am very, very rusty. I have my list of questions here, but I'm going to, per usual, start with my brows, and for that I'm going to be going in with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade medium brown, and then I'm going to be using the number 12 brush. I'm going to fast forward that because that is going to take a lot of concentration, and I can't talk and concentrate at the same time, so I'll be right back in a second. Alright, now that my brows are done, I'm just going to go in with my eyes, and of course to prime them I'm just going to use my e.l.f. eye primer. And to jump into these questions, the first question that I have on my list is, what is my full name? And it is Jasmine Santana. I do not have a middle name. Actually, I don't think anybody in my family does. My mom doesn't have a middle name. My dad doesn't have a middle name. My sister doesn't have a middle name. And I think that's it. And then for my eyeshadow look, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Rich Nude palette here. And for my transition shade, I'm just going to be going in with this. The second question on my list is, how old are you? I am 29 years old. I know I am an old head, like an old head. And I'm just going to be buffing the transition shade all over my crease area. The next question that I have is, where are you from? I am born and raised in I was born in Lancaster, but I went to school and lived pretty much my entire school years in Mount Joy, like Marietta, Maytown area. I went to Donegal. Like pretty much my whole adulthood I've been living in Lancaster. What's your ethnicity? I am Puerto Rican. Although I don't speak a lick of Spanish, unfortunately. I understand it, but I don't speak it, although both my parents are pretty fluent. My mom is more fluent. Like, she was like born and raised pretty much in Puerto Rico. And my dad his Spanish is alright. He has like some broken Spanish, but he knows and speaks it pretty well. I always wondered like why my mom never taught me Spanish. She said that because I lived, like where I went to school and where we lived, she didn't want me like to, I guess, get made fun of or be bullied or like be more of like an outcast than what I already was, being that the time that I was going to that school in elementary school, I was probably like the only Hispanic there. There wasn't really, there weren't many minorities at that school at that time up until like I went to high school. Then it started to get a little bit more diverse, but it was still very, very whitewashed. And that leads to my next question, which is, what school did you graduate from? Well, high school I graduated from Donegal, class of 2009. And then college, I graduated from Millersville University, class of 2020. Woo! Even though I didn't get to have a graduation or any type of like celebration or anything like that, as far as like wearing a cap and gown and stuff. My fiance, bless his soul, threw a little, I guess you could say, party or whatever for me at the house to celebrate like my graduation. Also, it was Mother's Day that weekend too, so it was like a 2-for-1 shebang, which was really fun. He like bought a bunch of alcohol and he got me some crab legs and crabs, and a couple of our friends came over, and it was fun. It was the best that it could have been for the time that we were living, or that we are living. So, okay, before I answer the next question, let me give you a little backstory. So what, 8 years ago, when I was 21, I joined the military, and I was in the United States Marine Corps. I did it for about 2.5 years, and then I got like a medical discharge. But to answer the question, what made me join the military was because during that time of my life, I think I just turned 21. I wasn't going to school, didn't have a job, and I was just kind of like stuck in like a not good situation. And I mean, my dad was in the military. He was also in the Marine Corps. So if I was going to join any type of service, it was going to be the Marines. I wasn't going to join anything else, you know, go big or go home. But I forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah. I wasn't really doing much with my life. I was kind of stuck in a rut, in a bad situation. I wasn't going to school. I wasn't working. I wasn't really much doing anything. So I was like, you know what? I just might as well do it. What do I have to lose by joining? So one day I just went. Well, I actually like filled out like the form or whatever online, and I think like a few days later the recruiter like contacted me and got a bunch of my information, and it just went from there. I mean, it took me a while to get in like the shape that I needed to get. Even like going to boot camp and stuff, I wasn't even really all that in shape for it. But I mean, it was fun. It was a fun experience. I don't regret it at all. It paid for my entire college education, so I have zero like school debt. I don't have to worry about that because I have a medical discharge. I'm classified as like retired from the military, which don't ask me how I managed to make that happen, but whatever, Marine Corps. So I get like compensation or like a retirement check from them every month, which if you checked out my budgeting video, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'll definitely link that either up in the cards or down below in the description box for you to check out. Okay, why did you get out? I already told you why I got out. I got out of a medical discharge. But honestly, I think I was going to get out anyways because it just kind of wasn't for me. It was just too much rules. And I don't like people in my business all like that. And being in the military, you just kind of have everybody in your business at all times. And that was just really annoying. And then another reason why I think I didn't really have the best military experience was where I was stationed at too. I was stationed in Meridian, Mississippi, which one, it's like a naval base, and two, it's like a naval training facility. So it was like where Marines and sailors went for like their MOS school. And like your MOS is like your job, so that's where they would go for like their job and their job training. We also would have like pilots do their training there too. Like Navy and Marine Corps pilots, like officer pilots do their training there too. So it was a drag. It really was. It was like not a very fun time. There was nothing to do at the base. There was nothing to do outside of the base. The only good thing about where I was stationed at is that we were only a couple hours away from like other areas in the South. So I went to New Orleans a couple of times and I absolutely love going to New Orleans. I went to like Alabama. I went to Atlanta. I went to Pensacola a couple times. Pensacola is pretty fun. Pensacola is in Florida. So I mean, it wasn't all bad, but those were like very few occasions. It's not like I was going to all these different places every weekend. But one thing that I did really enjoy about being in the military is, number one, just the people that I made. Well, the people that I met, actually. People is what really made the military being worthwhile being in, because if not, it was just... Alright, for my next question is, how many kids do you have? I have one precious boy. He is about to be 2 in October, and boy, let me tell you, them terrible twos do not wait until they're 2. Them shits start as soon as they turn 1. He just thinks he runs the place, which he kind of does, but still, his attitude be on a whole nother level. And I'm just like, what happened in your life that you have this attitude? Like, I just don't understand. My next question I have here is, do you like being a mom? I love being a mom. It's literally probably the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me. Although he's a little brat and drives me crazy sometimes, I honestly wouldn't have my life any other way. He is just such an amazing, smart, sweet little boy. And I just love him just so much. I'm actually trying a new foundation, guys. I finally got the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Let me tell you, this bitch was not cheap. She is expensive. And honestly, this whole COVID thing has really twisted everything upside down because I've never used this foundation before. So I needed to like actually get matched, and I went to the mall in Towson, Maryland when me and Babe went on our little like vacation for the summer, because we're honestly not going to be able to do anything. Oh, this bitch is light. This bitch is light. Oh my gosh. I am a freaking ghost. I'm gonna have to return this shit like ASAP, because she is not the one. See, and this is what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this is so light. I look like a freaking ghost right now. Holy shit. This is bad. This is like really bad. This is like really, really bad. Oh man. What am I gonna do? I mean, I know I'm like pale, but I'm not this fucking pale. Like, holy shit. Alright. Alright. Let's, maybe if we do some contouring here, it'll even it out. And this contouring stick is a little warm. This bitch is just... Where is my concealer? Alright. My damn concealer is darker than my foundation. Oh man, this is not good. This is not good. I was gonna put like a lighter damn concealer over top of it, but I don't think that's a good idea. The fact that my damn face is looking like a freaking ghost. Okay, let's get back to these questions real quick while I, you know, work this magic on trying to fix this look. So upset. I don't have any damn wipes, and I don't want to wipe off my whole face because my eyes turned out pretty decent. Okay, how did your son get his nickname, or how did his nickname come about? So, my fiance, his dad is African, well, he's black, and he's pretty, let's say he's pretty dark skinned. And my family, they were like, when I found out I was pregnant, my sister actually gave him this nickname because everyone thought that he was gonna be dark like Calvin, which is my fiance and the father of my child's name. So my sister was like, he's gonna be this little Coco. Even like when I was pregnant, she was calling him Coco because they thought he was gonna be this little dark little baby, little dark skinned baby like his dad. And I mean, he's darker than me, but he's not as dark as his dad. He has a very beautiful coloring to him. He has like that perfect tan, but he's still pretty light skinned. And honestly, the name just stuck with him, and my whole entire family calls him Coco now because of my sister. Well, my whole family on like my dad's side calls him Coco. I call him Coco when I'm like talking about him to people, but to him I don't call him Coco. I call him handsome, or I call him Boppy. The next question that I have on here is, how did I meet my boyfriend, who is now my fiance? Yeah, bitches. I have a fiance. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have my engagement ring here on my middle finger, he bought the ring. The ring is big. It's big on me. And due to the whole COVID-19 pandemic, I haven't been able to get it resized to fit my hand. And I mean, I've tried to do it to make it fit on my ring finger, but the one time I was doing grocery shopping and I thought I lost it, and I literally just wanted to like cry, but it ended up falling out of my hand in one of the grocery bags while I was bringing the groceries in. So I'm like, yep, nope, can't risk that happening. So I either just don't wear it, or I just wear it on my ring finger, at least just until I'm able to get it ring size. And yeah, we called Kay's the other day to see when it would be a good time to do it, like, or when they're gonna be opening up like the option to even get ring sized. And they said like, we need to call back in a whole nother month. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to figure something out, or keep wearing it on my ring finger, just so that I don't have to, you know, be scared of like losing it, or I don't want to have to like worry about that. Oh, but back to the question, how did I meet my boyfriend, my fiance? How did I meet my fiance? Let's get it correct, Jasmine. When I just got out the military, I met him through mutual friends back in my thotty days, and he actually pursued me because I was actually trying to get with somebody else during that time, or I was like still talking to like my ex or whatever, and he happened to be just there hanging out. Never met him a day of, well, I did meet him like prior, but never like talked to him a day in my life. And we were just sitting there, and he was like, he played a little trickster. He played a trick to get my number. And he was like, oh, I lost my phone. Can I use your phone so I can call it? So not thinking about it, I was like, yeah, here, like whatever. He used my phone to call his number that wasn't lost. He had it the entire time. We just, I guess I started talking from then, and just never stopped really. I mean, there was periods of time where like we didn't talk to each other or whatever, but it's always been us for the past 6 years. So right now we got a kid, we're planning a wedding, and it is fate. I think it's coming along, you know, the contour and the, you know, the concealer that was somehow darker than my foundation. So it's working out. We have salvaged the face. We salvaged the face. How did he propose to me? This is a story. So he was being weird, and usually I'm the first person to notice someone being weird, especially him. I'm the first person to call that shit out too. Like, what's going on? Why are you being weird? He was being a little weird. But honestly, that was like the first time in my life I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really think too much into it. I was just like, whatever, he's weird. It's just what it is. So what's going on about my day, about my life. He says he has to go to his mom's house for something real quick, and again, I didn't think much of it. I was just like, whatever, he's going to his mom's house, you gotta pick something up from there. And we're getting ready for bed. I just got out the shower. Literally, I was like about to plop my leg right on that bed to lay my ass down, and all of a sudden he just plops this ring out of nowhere, and I'm like, what's this? Literally, that was my that was literally my face, like, what's this? And he was like, what do you think? And I'm like, I'm telling you my exact facial expressions. I'm like, are you proposing to me? And he's like, yeah, like, oh. And I'm looking at the ring and I'm like, oh. And he's there like staring at me like, bitch, aren't you gonna like give me an answer? And I'm there like, oh, yeah, yes, I'll marry you. And I went and gave him a big kiss or whatever, and there goes that. And I mean, there was like no romance to it, like at all. But if you know my boyfriend, or if you know my fiance, you know that romance is not his specialty. He is not a romantic man at all, and I am someone who loves romance. But somehow we work. Oddly, we work. But yeah, that was my proposal, and I wanted to, give it, a couple weeks before I do the whole planning and all the other shebang. The next day, he's like, so when are we getting a place? What are we doing this? What are we doing that? And I'm like, oh, okay. We are on that type time. We are on the type time of we're doing it right now. So that's what we have been doing for the past, 3 weeks, is planning the wedding. That's not going to happen until 2022, which I'm glad we decided to make it 2 years in advance, because it's giving us, a lot of time to really plan it the way that we want and save our money and just do things like how we want it to be. Like, we're not going to have to sit there and settle for something because it's last minute, or because we don't have the money or anything like that. Like, we literally have 2 years to have our dream wedding, or my dream wedding, because I'm telling you, if it was up to him, we'd just go right there to the Justice of the Peace and call it a day and then have a big party. And I'm like, absolutely not. So I honestly thought we were gonna have a destination wedding. That was like when we first ever started really talking about the whole marriage thing, just talking if we get married type thing, nothing too serious. It was always he always wanted a destination wedding, but he changed his mind. My camera cut off, so I didn't know where I was starting, but like I was saying, I thought he wanted a destination wedding, and I thought that's what we were gonna have, but he changed his mind, and now we're planning this whole big shebang bang wedding, which, I mean, I'm not complaining, because I'm a dramatic princess, so that's exactly the type of wedding that I would want. And I'm ODing with this contour right now because a bitch is fat, so I need to slim this face down as much as I possibly can, because let me tell you, baby, this quarantine has not helped me at all, and I'm too lazy to do at home shit. And diet is something that doesn't exist in a freaking Hispanic household because all we eat is damn carbs. I mean, I've gotten a little better. I'm on like a diet now, like a fasting diet, which, I mean, I have my days like I'm about to break it. Like I broke it yesterday because we had a meeting with the bartenders at a restaurant late, and then it's about to be 9 o'clock and I still haven't had dinner yet, so yeah. Oh, speaking of dinner, let me text this man back real quick. Okay, what's the next question? What was your major in school? I majored in social work. Surprise, surprise. I know, it's a helping field. And I mean, that's just what I want to do. It's kind of something I've always wanted to do. Even when I was younger, I wanted to be a social worker. I want to primarily work with kids. I want to be like long-term goal, like a licensed counselor. Either to work in like a school district or to like open up my own like practice. But that's like 10 years goal because I just finished my bachelor's. And I'm probably not going to get my master's right away because I just have too much going on right now in my life to even be able to do that, especially with this wedding. I'm not going to have time to plan a wedding and finish school because, you know, with planning a wedding, you need money. And to have money, you need damn a job. And to have a job, you need time and dedication. And to finish school and for your master's, you need time and dedication as well. And I just need a break. I just need a break. That's just what it is. Alright, I am back. My camera died and I needed to go stuff my face with some food real quick. So let's get back into these questions. So, what made you start a YouTube channel? Actually, that's a very, very, very good question. I started my YouTube channel. I was on maternity leave with my son, and that was the time where my boyfriend he was working third shift at that time. And I was bored and I wanted something to do. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I was just always like kind of just like scared to do so. Like I didn't think it was that good. And I didn't really have like the equipment or like the time, the space, which I don't really have the space now, but I was just kind of like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. I ain't got nothing else better to do. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be up anyways because I'm gonna be in and out of sleep with my son, and my boyfriend is working third shift, so might as well do it. I also did it because I'm like a very shy person, and I thought it would be a good way for me to get myself out there a little bit more and get out of my like comfort zone. But that's really about it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That is a very, very, very good question. Well, hopefully, I'm going to be married, number one. Hopefully I'm going to be in my own house at that time, at that point in my life, and either have my master's or working on my master's by that time. What's your favorite season and why? I love summertime. Summertime is my favorite season of all time. Why I love summertime? Because I love the warm weather. I love the sun. I love the heat. I love going to the pool. It's just summertime is just the best time. I always have way more fun in the summertime than I do in the fall and the winter time. I don't know. I don't know what it is about summer. It just puts me in such a good, like, happy mood. I feel like I'm in like pure depression all winter long. And then as soon as it like starts getting warm outside, I'm just like in a happy mood at all times. I like want to do stuff. I want to be out the house. I want to go places. Whereas in the winter time, I literally don't want to do shit. I just want to stay at home and be in bed and sleep all winter. What's your zodiac sign? I am a Capricorn. Capricorns are prone to be very successful people. They're very about their business. They're very about their money. They are more serious than all the other signs, which I guess it's correct, because I feel as though that I can be a pretty serious person, and I'm most definitely like about my money. And being a Capricorn is really about stability, which is very true, because like I need to have stability in my life, and I'm not happy when I'm unstable or when I don't have stability in my life, in my career, in pretty much anything. I just need constant stability. If not, it's just, I'm just not a happy person at all, which could be a good or bad thing, because it's sometimes it's like you're never happy, but I seem to find the good or the happiness in all situations in life. What's your favorite weather? Well, I kind of answered that question with the seasons. The summertime, hot, warm weather is my favorite. I love the heat. As I said, I love being in the sun. That's one thing. I will be burning hot, but I will never complain about the heat, like at all, ever. You will never hear me complain. Whenever people are like, it is so hot outside, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty toasty, like it ain't nothing. It's some heat. Because people complain so much during the wintertime about how cold it is, and I complain so much during the wintertime about how cold it is. So it's like I can't complain about how hot it is, because I'm sitting here, I can't wait for the heat to come. So that kind of makes no sense when it's like you complained all damn winter for the heat to come, and then finally it gets warm outside, and now you're complaining about it being too hot. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is red, actually. And I hardly ever wear the color, but look how tiny this is. Like this little thingy thing. I got it with like my Beauty Insider or something at Sephora. And I'm just priming my lower lashes, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I haven't talked not a lick about what I'm doing to my face. I've just been answering questions, which is the point of this video. What's the next question? How was your delivery? Oh man, that's like a long ass story that I may have to do a whole nother video for. But I was induced. They didn't want me going past 30 weeks or past 40 weeks, so I was induced a few days on the 7th of October, before my son was originally due October 10th, and I was induced on the 7th, and I was right towards the end at 9 centimeters, and I caught like a fever. I caught an infection, because honestly they were just doing the most. Like, just let it happen like somewhat naturally. I know I'm getting induced, but like, why are you like so pressured? It was just, they were just trying to rush everything so much. Like, it was just rushed the entire time. It was just rushed. So I caught an infection, and it ended up spreading to, okay, so this damn Q&A video is over. This is like the third time that my camera shut off on me in the middle of me doing a story, and for some reason this reason came along because my damn SIM card was full. So even my camera is telling me, bitch, shut the fuck up already and like be done with it. So we are done with this video, and now it's time for me to do my outro. So again, guys, thank you so much for sitting here and watching me ramble on about my life, getting to know me a little bit. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know just a little bit about you guys. Like, I want to know my followers. You guys have been very trusting and loyal to my inconsistent ass. But I'm going to be trying really hard to be a little bit more consistent. I mean, I say this every single video and it never happens, but I'm really gonna try this time. Like, I'm really gonna try this time. Again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.